Looks like we got some Marvel news today, over here, right here in the small box. You can hear me right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flexing Mind Network. I'm the original Anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. Look, we got some Marvel news, and I did call this. The problem is I didn't call it on YouTube. I called it with my friends. I knew the way they were going that they were going to do an Agent Venom. Now, I didn't see the new Venom movie, the third one, Last Dance. But you can tell by the title, Last Dance, someone's dying. So, the way I see it is like, I think Venom dies, but he dies in that universe. Because you got to remember, there's a piece of Venom in the other universe where Spider-Man is, right? So, because that piece of Venom is so small and it's not the whole Venom, I feel like that's where Agent Venom would come in. And Agent Venom, from what I know, was introduced in the Spider-Man show. And I'm not going to lie, Agent Venom looked good, okay? He looked good. It was like a Venom symbiote with like kind of like Iron Man armor type shit. It looked good, that's all I'm saying. But we got this new Marvel news. It's from the Cosmic Wonder, the #1 person I watch for Marvel news. Now, I think this is my first time reacting. I could be wrong. I think there was another time I reacted to this, to be honest, but like, Cosmic Wonder, when it comes to Cosmic Wonder, and I got this through Tyrone Magnus. I found this guy through Tyrone Magnus. I like the news that he puts out. I like what everything he talks about, his breakdowns, all that, and I just naturally enjoy his content. So for me to react to his content now like this, just like Tyrone Magnus, now, that's kind of dope to me, because like, it's almost like I'm following the footsteps type shit. Because I always wanted to react on YouTube. I was just nervous a little bit. But like, now I'm just getting used to everything. So like, you know, like, I'm not too worried. But yeah, nah, like, let's look, I can talk for hours. Let's just get right into this. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the video. We got some new Marvel news, baby. And yeah, let's go. I feel like I might get spoiled for Venom in this, but you know what? It is what it is. I'll go watch it eventually. Let's go.
So it looks like Sony is not done with Venom, and that comes as little to no surprise. Venom has by far been the most successful Spider-Man franchise that they've been able to make.
About time.
Regardless of whatever people think of Tom Hardy's Venom films, whether you think they're bad or good or kind of mediocre,
people still watch it.
They do make money. Each Venom project had around $100 million for their budget, give or take maybe 20 or 30,000. And both the first two Venom films made at least $500 million worldwide, so they're making money here, and Venom 3 is already on track to make money as well. I believe it's already profitable. And this is great for Tom Hardy. I think everybody loves Tom Hardy as Venom, but unfortunately I think this is bad for Sony because this gives them confidence in doing some things that they probably won't be able to pull off, like making another Venom movie without Tom Hardy. And yes, that is what we are talking about with Sony developing a new Venom movie. We are going to have a new Venom character. It is going to be, or at least we would assume it is going to be, the original Venom symbiote, just without Eddie Brock. We are talking...
So, I'm assuming Eddie Brock or Tom Hardy dies in the third one.
About Sony developing a Agent Venom movie. According to the insider Daniel Richman, Sony is developing an Agent Venom movie. The project is currently in the early stages. However, the film is rumored to be released before Avengers Secret Wars and will have major connections to the live-action Silver Sable film, which reportedly Sony has recently begun redeveloping. Now, I will say Daniel Richman has been...
Who's Silver Sable? Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video, and please tell me who Silver Sable is. I have no idea. Look, I get all my Marvel news through YouTube. Okay, everything I've learned about Marvel was through YouTube. I've never picked up a comic a day in my life. Anytime a Marvel movie will come out and I have no idea who it's about, I go to either like Comics Explained or there was a next guy that I watched too, but damn, I forgot his name. Variant. I think it's Variant Comics. Those are the two guys I would go to learn about like whatever movies coming out and what to expect and all that. And then that's literally just how I get my Marvel news. So for them to bring up new names, I don't know shit. Okay, so I'm sorry, bear with me. I'm just a fan, like naturally, like traditionally. I don't really look at source material. I just look at what people explain on the internet. So yeah, little tidbit. Let's go.
Pretty accurate with most of his scoops lately, especially when it comes to Sony, because all of the stuff about Spider-Man Noir that's going on right now, Daniel Richman has been pretty accurate with that. So I'm assuming how he found out about this was from the same source at Sony that told him everything about Spider-Man Noir. So he clearly knows somebody at Sony, or has a source that knows somebody at Sony. So this probably is very accurate. Now, they say it's still unknown whether the film is going to take place on Battleworld or not, and I find that very interesting because I wouldn't imagine that this film would take place in the MCU. Yes, there is technically a piece of the Venom symbiote inside of the MCU right now, but there is also a piece of the Venom symbiote still in the Sony Spider-Verse. They confirmed this at the beginning of the movie with the bar scenes taking place in different universes, and then in the post-credit scene. So I would assume Marvel would do their own version of Venom, and that this movie is probably a Sony Spider-Man universe film. And unfortunately, I don't really want to say this, but I think that this is what's going to happen. Unfortunately, I think it's going to tie into a Sinister Six movie that Sony is reportedly making. Well, Sony has been planning on a Sinister Six movie for a very long time. Amy Pascal has been talking about that for a while. But when Spider-Man No Way Home came out, she mentioned the Sinister Six again. And sadly, I have personally talked to some insiders recently, and they state that Sony is still planning on moving forward with their Sony Spider-Man universe, without Spider-Man. They're just going to be relying on other characters like Kraven the Hunter, and possibly this Agent Venom. Now, for those who might not know who Agent Venom is, it is the Venom symbiote, and it should be the same exact one that Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock had in this Venom universe, except he is not bonded with Eddie. He is bonded with the Spider-Man character, who is originally a bully to Peter Parker, Flash Thompson. And it looks like they might have kind of actually set this up in Venom 3. Not with Flash Thompson specifically, but how he gets the symbiote in the comics. In the comics, Flash Thompson joins the military and he ends up losing both of his legs. He is then recruited by the US government to bond with the Venom symbiote. The symbiote grants him superhuman abilities, including enhanced strength, agility, etc., and the power to manipulate his own mass. Therefore, he gets the ability to walk again, plus do a lot of other really cool symbiote stuff. For example, with the Venom symbiote, he can heal himself with the suit, but he also has the ability to heal others' physical injuries. But the question is, although I do think Agent Venom is a really cool character, what exactly are they going to do with Agent Venom? Now, we have a Flash Thompson in the MCU, and I don't think this is the character that Marvel's going to give the Venom symbiote to.
If they give that little boy the Venom symbiote, I will not only not go to the movie theaters, but I will start a petition to get that movie taken down, because there's no way Marvel is that stupid to allow that shit. This is not Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson is more like the dude in the original Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, the one that tried to beat up Peter Parker in the high school. That's Flash Thompson. This is a child. Hell no.
In fact, at this point in time, I don't really think that the symbiote is going to cross over into the MCU unless Tom Hardy himself plays some role in that, but I'm not sure that's going to happen anymore. We've heard a lot about Spider-Man 4, a lot of rumors have been going around, and yes, originally we did hear from reliable insiders that Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote would be going over to the MCU in Spider-Man 4, and so would Null. And if you've seen the movie Venom 3, you know that Null definitely is not done, and Sony has been very open about that. They've said that this is just a tease. He's more than a one and done. He is coming back in a really big way. And yeah, that would have been pretty cool to see in Spider-Man 4. It would have been cool to see Tom Holland team up with Tom Hardy finally, and possibly the other two Spider-Men as well, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. That would have been cool, but it looks like they might be moving a different direction with Spider-Man 4 now. Again, we are still unsure at this point in time, but I don't think an Agent Venom with Flash Thompson in the MCU is going to be coming anytime soon. Or ever, probably. But Sony, on the other hand, who wants to keep their Spider-Man universe going, that doesn't have Spider-Man in it, they know that they want to continue their universe, the Spider-Man adjacent universe, and that they need more...
I'm sorry, who is making these graphics? Because I gotta say, they're good. Okay, these graphics are really good. I just gotta say that. Except this one, because they should have cut it from here. Cut it from here, but... Either way, like, these are really good graphics.
More characters in it to do a Sinister Six, and they know Venom makes them money. Like I said in the beginning, I believe the Venom films have made somewhere around $1.8 billion, and with each Venom film costing between $90 million and $120 million to make, that's some serious money that the Venom films have made for Sony. So, in true Sony fashion, it makes perfect sense that they would want to keep this character around. And that's a big mistake on Sony's part, because this is not the same character. Sure, it's the same Venom symbiote, but Tom Hardy's done. He said that after this, he's done. Now, he did say the only way, or the only thing that could tempt him to come back was Spider-Man, specifically Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but this is something completely and totally different. This is the Venom symbiote moving on to a new actor, which is weird because Tom Hardy himself voices Venom. So overall, as always, I would say that this does have potential because the character Agent Venom is a cool character, and there are some really cool stories that they can do with Agent Venom. However, this is a Sony project, and it does look like Sony is building up to a Sinister Six film, possibly having them, for whatever reason, take on Null. I hope that is not the case. I hope if they do a Sinister Six film, the villain is not Null, but somebody else. And if they do eventually take on Null, I hope they get a Spider-Man involved with that. Whether that's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, a new one, who knows. But if they're not bringing Null to the MCU, they definitely need to bring a Spider-Man, finally, into the Sony Spider-Man universe. I don't know all the contract details about what Sony is allowed or not allowed to do with Spider-Man in their own universe while we have Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU, but it still baffles me that they have yet to put a Spider-Man into their films. But based off of what we know about Madam Web, they did want to put a Spider-Man in there. It was originally supposed to be Tom Holland's. Sounds like Marvel Studios said no, so then they were going to put Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in there, but according to reports, the timelines didn't really make sense, so they scrapped it altogether. But what that tells us is it does seemingly appear like they can use Spider-Man in their movies, in their universe. So you would think that perhaps they would build their own universe around a Spider-Man and not a really weird, and I will say bad, Sinister Six that could consist of Vulture and Kraven and Madam Web. And it sounds like now, Agent Venom. This just doesn't seem like a really good Sinister Six. It doesn't seem like they're building up something that a lot of people are going to be excited about, but hey, go ahead, let me know your personal thoughts about this in the comments down below. I've already done a pretty big rant on Sony possibly doing a Sinister Six film. You can check that out. But besides that, let me know your thoughts. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Sony Spider-Man universe news and, of course, MCU news as well. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof. So it looked...
Yep. I don't know what to say. I'm just soaking in the news, basically. I'm just soaking in the news because I do get curious about these things, like what they're gonna do in the MCU, because right now it's not looking pretty. Okay, like y'all really need to bring in characters that we care for, and don't bring in characters we do not care about. Yeah, I think I did react to Cosmic Wonder before, because I remember saying like, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, and Deadpool all made almost $1 billion or $1 billion, and everything else in between did not. So stick to what you know and forget what you don't care about, because those movies that they put out, the Marvels, even Echo, they don't care about those projects because they never put the care into the projects. Okay, they produced it as is, thinking that we're going to fill it with all this propaganda and it's going to work. When in reality, this is escapism. We watch these things to escape the propaganda. And you decide to put the propaganda into the movies, then we don't care. Sorry, not sorry. Like, this is why these things exist. This is why cartoons exist. This is why, well, Marvel exists. This is why even the Power Rangers exist. These are all things that we use to escape from reality, so we can just like be like to ourselves and just enjoy something that's just not real. But when you make it real, you kind of kill the excitement and the thrill of it. The adventure's gone because we can see this down the street. You know, but hey, here's what it is. If they do Agent Venom, I'm here for it as long as they do it right. I really want to watch Venom now because I want to figure out what happens at the end of it. And yeah. Anyway, this is Single Seater Reactions only on the Flexing Mind Network. I'm the original anomaly. Take care, be well, be safe. Stay true, be you. Peace. Yeah, that'll be cool.